Bam! Alright, hey, what's up you guys? This is Hideaki Nomura, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to do nollie kickflips. Let's get it. Beautiful day here in Chicago, 45 degrees. I apologize for that background noise because Lakeshore Drive's right there. Always remember to get the fundamentals down. So you're going to want to know how to do nollies very well. You want to have really good control of your board and your feet when you're doing any nollie trick. So that's why nollie is the fundamental. So get your nollies down very well, you know, just being able to like nollie off a ledge or curb, or maybe it might even help if you can do nollie into tricks, like nollie 50-50, I don't know. That's kind of like how I started off doing nollie tricks, is just kind of like doing a nollie and just kind of like progressing from there. And then it's like, once I have that control, then I was like, all right, let me try to do nollie flips or switch flips, you know? It's just my recommendation. You don't need to, but I highly recommend having very good board control. So that's just one step to do it. All right, so this is my feet position when I do nollie flips. My popping foot is kind of like more towards the end of the nose, because I really don't want to put it closer to, you know, the bolt, just because it doesn't really give me that solid pop that I want. And also be careful of this pocket right here. If you put it too close to like the pocket, it might cause it to like rotate a little, and you don't want that, you know. So that's why put it right there on, kind of like on the towards the end of the nose, and keep it straight, because if you tend to like have it pointing that way, like I said, another reason, it might make the board rotate, and you don't want that. Rotate this way, that way, you know, it just might rotate. So just keep it as straight as possible, okay? Keep it straight. And then your flicking foot, I like to have it right before the bolts right there, and I like to have it at a very slight angle. Sometimes I'll keep it straight like that, but yeah, just a very slight angle. And then most of the time, my toes, or the edge, you know, like the toes of my shoes, kind of like somewhat matches up to the bolts right here. That's kind of like, so I don't really like want to cover up the board too much, because if I do, then it sometimes like a little hard for me to flick, or I flick halfway just because it's like too much traction, and it's, oh crap, can't flick. So, you know, sometimes, yeah. So right there for me. Once you got the foot position down, all right, you want to be standing over your board, because I'm pretty sure you've all experienced, you know, when you're trying to do nollie flips or even kick flips, like you pop and you flick, and then it flicks all the way, but then you land with one foot like that, or maybe the other foot, like whatever, you know? You're not standing over the board and you jump back, because you're not really committing, okay? To overcome that, you really want to lean over your board, like really lean over it. You want to have a solid pop, very, very simple, right? Have a solid pop. Don't try to flick when you haven't like touched the ground, because you want a solid pop, okay? Because if you pop halfway and you start flicking, you're not going to get it, and then you're probably going to flick half, and then, you know, you're going to bail. Or you might even land primo, because you didn't pop all the way down. The flicking part, I'm pretty sure that's the challenge for most people. What I like to do is I like to be on my toes for both my popping foot and my flicking foot. I don't really want to stay flat, you know, with like my heels hanging up. Like, I really want to be on my toes, not like super tippy toe like that, on my toes. Okay, so try to be on your toes if you can. It helps me. It might help you. Hopefully it does. It's harder to flick like this if your knees are just like this. You know, you're trying to flick like that. That's why you want to open up your knees. And what I mean by that is like, you want to like use your knees as well, and kind of like open it, and kind of like go like that with your knees. And if you do that, and if you're on your toes, it kind of like automatically makes your shoes or your feet on the side, right? Because you want to be able to flick on the side. You don't want to flick like this. So once you're already like that, then this is the part where you want to practice flicking, right? So that's why it helps having your knees, using your knees as well to open up like that. Now you're on the side of your shoes, your flicking area. Then what I like to do when I slide up, I kind of like to aim a little bit towards the wheel. So for me, my back left wheel. But anyway, I like to kind of like slide up towards that wheel a little bit, just a little bit. And then I flick, or like kind of like kick out. And of course, I lift my popping foot up and then land. Let's do a few nollie flips for you guys, POV style. Let's get it. Nollie flip right here. So you're gonna have to get comfortable, you know, kind of getting used to the flick and all that stuff. Just remember to get that solid pop, be on your toes, and flick. Like that. Another thing I forgot to mention is, as always, be parallel with your board. You know, you don't want to be looking this way, trying to nollie flip, or that way. Just look, keep your shoulders straight down like this, all right? One thing I forgot to mention. Boom, boom, boom. When you're popping, you want to be able to pop straight down, because you know sometimes when you're, you know, especially with the momentum, you might pop forward, and sometimes when you pop forward, it sort of causes you to pop halfway a little bit more, or not all the way. And if you pop halfway or you don't pop all the way, you know, it causes you to miss the flick, and it might flick a little and you bail. It helps to just pop straight down so you get that solid pop. All right, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it helped you out. If it did, click that like button. Also, click that subscribe button as well so that you can be notified and up to date when I upload new content on skateboarding or other videos. But anyway, thank you so much. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or anything. Thank you so much. Have a great day.